Welcome to the Attic of Orphan Pictures. I'm your host, Philip Mershon. All right, students, class is in session. We've discussed the advent and definition of the pre-code era here already, and if you missed it, go back and watch episode 2, The Greeks Had a Word for Them, to hear the explanation in the intro. And while you're at it, watch the picture, it's a honey. But pre-code, while demi-salacious and fun as it is really child's play compared to the genre of today's orphan picture. It's a style that spanned both before pre-code back to the silent era till the end of the dying days of the production code in the 60s, when suddenly all bets and frequently all clothes were off. It's then the genre split off into specialized subgenres like grindhouse, mondo, blaxploitation. I'm talking about the exploitation picture. Now, there are those who will say that the heyday of exploitation was the 60s and 70s, but I don't agree. To me, the sexual and societal revolution that was going on at that time, the pictures being made weren't so much exploitive as they were just simply hopping on the bandwagon of change. Now, for me, you have to have a stark contrast for your exploitive intentions to have any real teeth. And major Hollywood studio system and their acceptance of censorship is just that perfect contrast. So the mid-20s to the early 60s are, for me anyway, the golden age of exploitation. This was the territory of the independent producers of Poverty Row, and it gave you taboo topics that the MGMs and Paramounts wouldn't touch, mainly dope, sex, and teenagers run amok. Today's orphan picture is The Road to Ruin in 1934. The producer Willis Kent had a long history of super low-budget mysteries, westerns, and tawdry topics like this one, and had, in fact, made this very story, complete with the same title and the same star, Helen Foster, as a silent feature in 1928. But this time around, not only did he have the added storytelling tool of sound, he also had a Hollywood legend in the director's chair, Dorothy Davenport. And I'm going to tell you a lot more about Davenport after the pictures, so you'll want to stick around after. You'll notice here that the director's credit is split between Davenport and Melville Shire. But according to IMDb, his first 2 directing credits were on Willis Kent Pictures and were shared credits with Dorothy Davenport. In his 35-year career, he only had 5 solo directing credits versus the 171 assistant director credits. So if I were a betting man, I'd wager he was much more of a subordinate on this to Davenport. As I mentioned, the picture stars Helen Foster as high school student Anne, who is led by her more experienced chum Eve into the world of hooch and petting parties. Anne, after a sufficient amount of hesitance, takes to her new life like the proverbial duck to water and is soon matching and even besting Eve in the provocative department. Oh, and watch out for a couple of brief scenes where we meet Eve's mother, Mrs. Monroe, played by silent star Mae Bush. She steals every second she's on the screen. I also want to single out the part of Tommy, Anne's first training wheels boyfriend in high school. He is given a sweetness and an innocence by the actor Glenn Bowles that is really effective. Bowles grew up in Hollywood, the youngest of 9 kids, and was working a shoe shine stand on Sunset Boulevard to bring money into the family home. As he aged, not surprisingly, he began to pick up the occasional extra and bit part, gaining further and further career momentum, all the while hiding his sexuality until he left the West Coast altogether in 1937 for the lights of Broadway. During World War II, he was a code breaker in Brazil, and then after the war, on the GI Bill, he earned his degree and had a really successful 50-year career as a psychologist, passing away in 2009 at the age of 95. Okay, enough making you wait, enough of me. Now find yourself a comfy seat on The Road to Ruin.
Hi, Eve, come on. Hi, Ed. Hi, Ed. Hi, see you tomorrow.
Taxi lady? Take you home for nothing.
For nothing?
Well, practically nothing.
Come on, Ann. Are you sure there's room?
Lady, we make our own.
Oh.
Hey! Home again.
Thanks for bringing me home.
Don't thank the lug. He didn't want to. That was your idea.
Bye.
Bye, Ann.
Say, I could go her in a big way.
Oh, yeah? Well, on your own time, big boy. Get to it.
Let's go. Hey, wait.
Ow.
Hello, Mummy. Hello, dear. Wasn't that Eve Monroe I saw you with?
Yes, and a couple of the boys from school.
Oh, I'm so glad you're beginning to make friends. You know, you don't see enough young people. Why didn't you bring them in?
Why, I never thought of it. Anyway, Eve had to get right home.
Oh, how were the examinations today?
Fine.
Coast is clear.
What? No interference? Come on, Tom. Come on, boy. Come on. Fine, get on.
Hey, my operation.
Our operation.
Let's have some music.
Okay, little music. How we doing, huh? Hooray!
Ed, my...
Oh, forget. What's a little tall?
lady, we need her.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Hey, what the heck?
Your dumbbell, the table.
Oh.
get you on?
Well, fancy meeting you here.
What technique?
She can't take it.
Well, Tommy, my boy, here's to you.
Hey, what the heck?
Say, we're here. So I hear. Oh, hello, Ed. And Tommy.
Hello, Mrs. Monroe.
Hello, Lanny. Hello, Mom.
Come on, Tom, we better take off. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Bye, Mrs. Monroe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Darling, I'm going to steal 40 winks. And when Jim Wheeler phones, you trying to be here at 9, because the bunch are dropping by for a drink before we go to the Cotton Club.
Okay. Mother, do you mind if I have Ann Dixon over to spend the night?
Of course not. Anne's a sweet child.
Well, Martha, I'm off.
You think you'll be late, dear?
I hope not. These conferences are always such bores.
Pardon.
Yes. Good night, dear.
Good night, Daddy.
Hello? Oh, good night, dear.
Thanks.
Hello? Oh, yes. I'll call her. Oh, Anne.
Yeah?
It's Eve, dear.
Hello. I don't think I'd better. Mother's going to be alone.
What is it, dear?
Mrs. Monroe's going out, and Eve wants me to spend the night with her.
Well, what about your homework?
I've done it.
Oh, well, then you go along. Don't worry about me. Daddy won't be late.
All right. Hello. Well, I can come. Goodbye.
How are you, my dear? Pierpont Inn. Well, now, how about a little drink?
Why, come on, Jim. The very idea, letting a party die off.
Why, gladly.
Me first, me first.
I think you'll find the vermouth a little better on this. How about your book? Oh, plenty. It's much better than glass. I assure you that.
Listen to this, folks. Okay, please. Now listen, no traveling salesman.
Well, now prepare yourself for this, gentlemen. Ladies, you asked me to do it, now I'm going to tell you something. It's rather risque, but then, you know.
Oh, can't stand it. Ooh. Why, Eve. Oh, am I blushing?
Can you? But I've got one that'll top that one.
Oh, I'm too young to listen. I must leave the room.
This is about a traveling farmer.
Not a salesman's daughter.
Whew, did that lad know his stuff? When he kissed you, you stayed kissed.
Eve, do you let boys kiss you?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Nobody could get that dumb in 40 years.
Well, you asked for it.
I got it.
Mother's party must be getting rough.
Well, after that, I guess we all better go. Yeah, to get my wrap ready.
Gladly. Come on, folks, hurry up.
And vice versa.
All right, ladies.
I'm raring to go. Come on, folks.
All right, we're coming. Well, here we're off. We're off for a date.
My dog.
Is your mother going to marry that Mr. Wheeler? Marry him? What for? Why, Dad hasn't even agreed to a divorce yet. So what? Come on. Come on, on, Ann. Snap out of it. Let's have fun.
It's good.
Sure. Atta girl.
Why, I didn't know you smoked.
Try a puff.
Oh, I don't think I ought to.
Oh, come on. Snap out of this baby stuff. Don't let it throw you. Smart girl. I can see where we're going to have some swell times together. Say, do you know that Tommy's all hot and bothered about you?
I kind of like him, too.
Hi there, Tommy.
Hi, boy.
Tommy?
Oh,
Hi, Tom.
sorry, pal. I'm not going your way today.
I catch on. You need any help, Tom, send for me.
Okay, boy. Scram.
And Anne, let me have the last half of that Latin assignment, please. Page 65, the last half of the... Thanks. Thanks.
Bye, Ann.
Bye, Anne.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Ann, I've been waiting for you. I sort of hoped you'd let me take you home.
Thanks. That's nice of you.
Sorry I didn't take you right home?
No, I'm glad. It's lovely here.
Gee, Ann, you're sweet. Do you like your Uncle Tommy just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Where?
there.
Tommy, you mustn't.
All right, baby. I'll be good.
Oh, Tommy, it's getting late. I must go home.
Okay, lady. You're practically there. Say, how'd you like to go out to the lake Friday night?
Oh,
Oh, sure, come on. Listen, we'll get Eve and Ed, and the four of us will have a swell time. Oh, come on.
well, all right.
Swell. Have one? No, honey, look, like this. See? Oh, gee, Ann, you are sweet.
Hey, you eggs, where are ya?
Tommy, Anne. Here we are.
Buddy, can you spare a drink?
That's an idea.
Quit hoarding and crack out with that NJ.
Women and children first.
Well, come on. Oh,
Children.
Hurry up.
Hey, watch out, you'll kill it.
Aw, I did.
come on, boyfriend. Let's go places and do things. The company bores me.
You'll pardon us, I trust. Unfinished business. You understand.
Glad to get rid of you.
Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
I fooled him.
No, Tommy.
How about a little more?
Tommy, look at that moon.
I'd rather look at you. Gee, honey, I'm crazy about you.
Really, Tommy?
Is that you, Anne?
Oh, me, dear. Hello. Anne not home yet?
Why, no. It's after 11 o'clock. You don't suppose anything's happened?
Of course not. Kids never know what time it is. Stop worrying and come to bed.
All right, dear.
Anne. Honey. Don't. Please don't. Oh, honey. Don't feel like that, please. Oh, I don't know what to say. Well, I wouldn't have hurt you for... I do love you, Anne. I love you. Please. Please don't hate me for what's happened.
It wasn't your fault, Tommy.
Good night, Tommy.
You don't hate me?
All gone.
Oh, it's
More.
Come on.
Why not? Hey,
That's the stuff.
fill her up again, Hop Toy.
Wee, has this stuff got a kick?
I feel so funny, Tommy.
Do you, honey?
Don't you feel kind of funny too, baby? You'd be surprised.
Oh, boy. here
Mama
we are.
first.
Okay, Fauna.
This is station KIEV. You have been listening to George Slater and his harmonizers from the Lodge. The next dance number will be Dearest, with Jay Barry on the vocal.
Dearest, I love you. Dearest, I love you. You can read it in my eyes. At every meeting, in our greeting, what a world of rapture lies. I dare not tell you that I love you, though I think you love me too. My heart is breaking, just aching to whisper, dearest, I love you.
Hey, most of the gang's here. Oh, look. If Tubby and his girl got mad, John. More of it.
I crave entertainment. Where's that guy with these hand organs? Come here. What do you have? Campus Crawl, huh? Campus Crawl. You know the Campus Crawl? I know them all. Come on, Jimmy, sing it.
Why, all you need is the heel and toe and the big desire to go. Then it's simple to do the campus crawl. Now, First you start with corded rags. Watch your hips, don't let them sag. That's the movement that starts the campus crawl. Rock, 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 take a slide, rock, 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 dignified, rock, 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 it's simple to do. Now then try holding your partner close. Nothing fancy, just a pose. Then it's simple to do the campus crawl. Rock, 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 take a slide, rock,
Boy,
rock,
look at
rock,
that
take a
girl
slide,
go.
rock, rock, rock,
Is she hot?
Now then try holding your partner close. Nothing simple, just a pose. Then it's simple to do that campus crawl.
Gosh, I sort of like this joint.
Well, after some of the places we've been lately, I don't wonder. Take a back, Tommy. You picked the last one.
Oh, why bring that up?
We got to see life, haven't we?
You won't be able to see anything pretty soon. Don't drink anymore, don't.
All right, no more. Not one more. After this one.
Brad, look over there in the first booth. The little brunette. What a dish. Hey, would I like to put her in the book? I didn't know you had an empty plate.
Don't, Tommy.
All right. All right.
She doesn't love me anymore. Say, I know the young punk that was here. As far as the client of the office. Well, what's holding us up? Do your stuff. Go ahead. Okay, brother. Don't call me from jail. Hello, Tom. Hello, Ed.
Hi, Brad.
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Ralph Brennan.
Hello. Ralph. Oh, excuse it. Evelyn Rowe and Dixon.
Glad to know you, Miss Dixon.
Hello.
Should we dance?
A new song coming on.
Well, go like your Torch Brothers.
Now let's do a real thing. You don't need a cap and gown or a high degree. Take your lovin' to heart, she will fall from the start if you join our fraternity. If you want to snuggle close in that library, when she says that you find, you will gladly respond.
You sit down a moment, I'll buy you a drink.
Fraternity, little cuties in the best sorority openly say they could. Really go for all of the majority of our handsome brotherhood. They mean it. You don't need a cap and gown or a high degree. Take your lovin' to heart. She will fall from the start if you join our fraternity.
Where's Ann?
She's been dancing with Ralph.
With Ralph. Why, the big mug?
Well, who's that guy think he is?
Tommy!
Well, he can't do it now. Now, wait a second. He's only dancing with him. Wait a...
Tommy! I told him not to drink so much.
It's all right, Sally.
Tommy, pipe down.
Sure, you're big.
Come on, he's only dancing with her. Don't be silly. Wait a second. Hey, what's the matter? Just another high school hero, huh? Now you're going like a good little boy, or you'll tell it to the judge. Come on. Pull yourself together. Come in.
Hey, lay off, you big stiff. You can't pull a gag like that.
Oh, no.
No.
Find out. Yeah.
I think I can.
Please, Miss Dixon, you mustn't get mixed up in it. Both of them are pretty tight and not using their heads. Brad and I'll be very happy to see that you girls get home safely. Liable to be an awful mess.
Perhaps you're right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. This has been my lucky night. When may I see you again? How about lunch tomorrow at the terrace?
Yes. Good night.
And what about the day after? And maybe the beach the day after that?
We'll see.
All right, fine. Good night.
Good night.
Your wine, sir. Well, how's about it?
Shall I pick you up here about 4 tomorrow afternoon?
Where are we going?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It'd better be good.
Ann.
Hello, Tommy.
Oh, gee, I've been trying to see you for 2 weeks. Are you still sore at me for being such an egg that night at the lodge?
It's not that, Tommy. It's just that I've been busy, that's all.
Busy? Oh, yeah? That Bennett mug. Oh, gee, Ann. Even if I am in the doghouse, don't run around with a guy like that. He's bad news for a girl like you.
Want another drink?
No, thanks. But I will have a light.
Okay. Yama.
Yes, sir?
Take it away.
You like some more, mister?
Nothing more, Yama.
Yes, sir.
Glad you came to my party.
Mm-hmm. And I like the people, too.
Have to give you a kiss for that sweet little speech. And now something special for a very special girl.
What is it?
Cupid's brew.
I don't think we better dance anymore.
I can realize that we're just sad. First in my mind, then you were in my heart, dear, and now you're in my arms.
Anne, you're lovely.
Please let me go, Ralph. It's terribly late.
Not until you tell me. Well, that's better. And you will go to Brad's party tomorrow night? Check up with Eve. Brad's expecting her. Good night, sweet.
Good night.
Good night.
I can't imagine what's keeping Anne so late.
You ought to be used to it by now. I certainly don't approve of the way these youngsters chase all the time.
Oh, who's being old-fashioned now? I like to have it with young people. It's good for her.
Don't you think it also might be good for her to come home to her meals once in a while?
I'll put dinner on the table right away. We won't wait any longer for her.
Anne!
Yes, Daddy.
Anne, I think you're showing your mother very little consideration being late like this.
I'm sorry, Daddy. Mrs. Monroe gave a tea, and Eve and I helped serve. I didn't realize it was so late.
Well, all right this time, but no more. Understand?
Andrew, you're home. Come along, you two. Dinner's ready.
Mommy, I couldn't. I'm full clear up to here with cake and things.
Oh, just a little something.
I couldn't, please.
Well, your dad's starved. Come along, dear.
Better change your mind.
Eve, is it still all right for tomorrow night? Brad's expecting you.
Thanks, mister. I'll take you.
Sure. Where to?
Right here, big boy. Where's your money? Here.
Well, there it is, my all.
Gotcha. Shoot.
Come on, Dyke. Natural for little Willie.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
Who's got snake eyes? Come on. Put up.
No can do. You've cleaned me.
Clean it? Come on, somebody pay me here. Baby needs a pair of shoes.
Shoes?
Wow. All right, there you go. Come on, somebody pay me. Papa needs a pair of pants.
Come on, let's have some money.
Come on, let's high our luck.
Come on, you Dyke.
But I don't know how to play.
Then we'll insist to win.
Come on, Dyke, along for this game. He's not that lucky all
Hey,
the time.
what about letting a fella in there?
I say he's not that lucky all the time.
Come on in.
Man, every time.
Buck? I'll take a buck. There's a buck open. There's a buck open. Who wants the buck? There's still a buck open. Not while you have clothes. Say, will you pay a buck for the coat? Right. Okay, put it in there. Come on. We're all paid. We're all paid. Now, come on, Ann, do your stuff.
Take off his shoes.
Never. All right, boy.
Listen to that.
Don't give me that.
All right, we'll give you $3. What about you, Willie? Huh? Come on.
Lucky man he is.
All right.
He can't do it all the time.
Come on, honey.
7's his point. Here we go.
Come on. All right, here it is. $8 open. $8.
Pretty lucky boy.
Here's $5. Come on, honey. We're going to take him to the Oh, that's
You're a pretty lucky girl.
Why didn't you start Anyway, I told you we'd take him to the theaters tonight, honey. They break in the... Give me a hand. Break for you.
Hey, somebody get me something to wear.
Break for me. Leave that. You walk in and have the dice. We've got all...
Is a perfect little figly, see?
Thanks, Adam. Ah.
My girl's gone native.
On the beach in Waikiki.
That's an idea. The pool. Let's go swimming. The drink first now.
Let's stay off our skin and go in our phone. Everybody going over there. I want to...
If this doesn't stop soon, I'm going to phone the police.
Well, if you don't, I will.
Woo!
How's about a bed?
Don't be silly.
In the raw, baby, in the raw, in the raw. Bring it up, folks, and swim. Ah, come on, we have to sit outside. Come on, baby. Come on.
Homer, they're going to the swimming pool. Great. I died.
You don't dare.
You just watch me. Well, why don't you phone the police? Going to phone the police or not?
Just a minute, dear.
Yeah, Don. Deserved it.
Way up with it. Oh, tell me what to tell me.
Certainly, madam. Right away.
There. That'll end that disgraceful performance. Homer?
Yes, my dear.
Some drunks doing it back to nature. Take Mrs. Wagner along with you to round up the females.
Okay.
Oh, honey, what's the matter? I know what my baby needs, a drink. I'll be right back, huh? How about a little kiss before it goes, huh?
Is this gorgeous? I'm never going swimming again in the sea by moonlight.
It's getting terribly late. You better get dressed now.
You want all my clothes.
Didn't you want to take a little swim, baby?
No, Daddy, I'd rather stay here with you.
Come on, get out and get your clothes on.
You go on. I'll take care of these two girls.
Okay.
Come on, get out of here.
What do you mean? We gotta go home? Let's go see you two. Come on. Oh, you. If I ever had to go here, I wouldn't get in any trouble like this.
Now ain't that sweet? Lovely day. Come on. Hey, what's the idea, Mr. Met? You can come too. Come on. Never mind. Go on.
Get out of there. Get out.
Wait a minute. I got a sheriff's badge.
I don't mean anything here.
Hey,
Get in.
what is? Quit that. Come on.
This is a crime. Two of these girls are nothing but youngsters. We're not here to punish. Our only hope, in fact, our only aim in this juvenile department is to help you youngsters. To set your feet again on the right road. To stop you before it's too late. But if it is too late, but it isn't. If you put all this behind you, oh, you can still make something fine and worthwhile with your life. But Mother and Daddy will never forgive me. I'm afraid they're going to have a harder time forgiving themselves. Can we go now? Not yet, dear. I've sent for both your mothers, and of course you'll have to be examined first. Examined? The doctor will be here in a few minutes. Burke reported that Mrs. Dixon is on her way. But Mrs. Monroe is out of town. Thank you, Miss Peterson. Take the girls to the doctor's office to wait. I'll send for them.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I always trusted Anne so.
But blindly, I'm afraid, Mrs. Dixon, like too many mothers. Our boys and girls today need more than trust. They need the armor of knowledge, of intelligent sex instruction to protect them. Thanks.
Oh, thank God her father's away. Will he have to know about this?
That's up to you, Mrs. Dixon. Your responsibility is to do what's best for your daughter. She's going to need a lot of help. And you mustn't fail her this time.
Bye. Anne.
I'm glad you're all right now. And Anne, I'm going away with my father. He's been wonderful. Oh, I'd die for him. I wish I were dead. Why, Anne, you mustn't talk like that. Honey, what's the matter? I'm in terrible trouble. Oh, Eve. Does Ralph know?
No. I haven't seen him since that night at Brad's. I guess he didn't really care. Or he never...
But, Anne, he doesn't know about this. You've got to see him and tell him.
Oh, no. I couldn't.
Why, honey, when he knows he'll want to do the right thing. He couldn't walk out on you now. You will see him?
Yeah.
No, Ralph. I couldn't.
But it's the only way out.
I'm afraid.
Anne, I'll have to tell you. I can't marry you for a while. I'm not free.
Oh.
That's the only reason I suggested what I did. Go through with this, honey. And then in a little while, everything will be all right for us. Won't you trust me? That's a good girl. Come on. Let's go now and get it over with, huh? Sit down, dear.
Ralph,
Now, don't worry. Everything's going to be all right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bennett.
Good afternoon, Doctor. May I see you for a moment privately?
Yes, of course. In here.
Thank you.
Ralph.
I'm ready for the little lady.
Well, I'm sorry, Maisie, but you're going to miss a hot party. Well, all right. Goodbye. Parkside, 6-700. Is Helen there? All right.
Well, I'm at you for lunch, Evans.
Bennett, what luck? You're just the guy I wanted to see.
What's the matter? Another sucker refuses to fall?
Well, I've got this one right on the edge. So I'm throwing a party for him tonight, and it's got to be good. So here, God's gift to women, is where I need your help.
Mine? For business or pleasure?
Well, I'll take care of the business, and I'll cut you in on it.
I catch on, brother. What type of stock does the gent fancy? Preferred or common?
Preferred, by all means. And I understand that he falls hard when it's a fairly new issue.
Anne, dear, I'm late for my dentist appointment. Will you phone the Woods and tell him we'll have to postpone that dinner engagement? Your father's been called out of town on business. Why, Anne, dear, you're feverish. Aren't you feeling well?
I'm all right, Mother. Just a little headache, that's all.
I won't be long.
Oh, excuse me, sir. But I just heard about Anne. Is she very sick?
Yes, Tommy. Very sick.
Isn't there something I can do, sir?
No, Tommy.
Dixon. She's asking for you.
Then she's better? No hope?
None.
Oh, but surely there must be something you can do.
I have done everything, but there's no use. We were too late. A clumsy, unsanitary operation, aggravated by some terrific shock.
Mommy. Are you asking God to forgive me? Forgive you? Oh, my baby. I'm the one. I've failed you so utterly. Can you forgive me? It wasn't your fault, Mommy. Oh, my baby.
Daddy. Daddy. It seemed like such a beautiful road. But it was only...
Okay, maybe I'm just getting sentimental in my dotage, but I found that last scene to be really moving. And if you didn't notice, our director Dorothy Davenport also played the role of Mrs. Merrill, the head of the girls' detail of the Crime Prevention Division, whatever the hell that means. Dorothy Davenport was born into an acting family in Boston in 1895. By 1911, she had come to the first film studio in Hollywood, Nestor Film Company, which was soon absorbed into Universal Pictures. And while there, she met, fell in love, and married fellow actor Wallace Reid. With Wally's star on the ascend, he was signed to a Famous Players, which would become Paramount, contract, and he soon became the Brad Pitt of the late teens. At this point, starting a family with Wally, Dorothy stepped back from acting to just be featured in those At Home with the Reids spreads in fan magazines. All was good in their beautiful world. A gorgeous home with one of the first private swimming pools in Hollywood, 2 beautiful kids. Then, on location for a picture in 1919, Wally sustained a bad injury and was given morphine by the production's doctor to quell the pain and enable him to keep shooting. It's been said that he was already quite the drinker, and the morphine quickly became a debilitating addiction that would kill him by the beginning of 1923. Throughout the last parts of his disease, Dorothy became an honest reporter to a crestfallen public, giving truthful interviews about what it was that was becoming of our Wally. Upon his death, a couple things happened. She immediately got into action as only the grieving crusader can, and in less than 6 months, she had produced, directed, co-written and starred in an anti-drug movie called Human Wreckage, unfortunately one of the all too many lost silent pictures. And secondly, for most of the rest of her life, with very few exceptions, her professional credit, as it was in our picture today, was Mrs. Wallace Reid. She would go on through the 20s making social problem pictures, crusading against drug addiction, prostitution, juvenile delinquency. But at heart, she was a showman, and she understood that message has a lot more mileage and much larger audiences when it's less preached and more titillating, so she gravitated toward the exploitation style. I like to think of Dorothy as the anti-DeMille. While Cecil B. DeMille always seemed to me to want to make really naughty movies that he'd couch in false piety and religion, Dorothy seemed to really want to help save souls by wrapping her message in saucy robes. I'm Philip Mershon, and you've been watching another fascinating episode in the Attic of Orphan Pictures. Your only job now is to come back next time and bring a friend. So until then, so long.